Hey guys, we've got a 30-minute cardio heavy program for you today. We'll be doing some cardio yoga as well as some stretching and then finishing with a nice little meditation. We'll start today seated, so you can find whatever variation of seated feels nice for you. You can take just that easy pose. If you like, you can take the soles of the feet together, let those hips open up, or you may choose to stack double pigeon those knees over ankles, ankles over knees, pull those shins parallel to the front of the mat, flex those toes back towards those shins. If you need a little extra support, you can grab your block or a pillow, place that just right underneath those hips, get that nice tall seat. From here, go ahead and close your eyes. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Just let those hands relax. And take a few moments here to gather your breath. Nice deep inhales. Breathe all the way deep into that low belly. Fill the low belly. Fill the lungs. As you exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Squeeze that core and the diaphragm. Fully exhale that breath. Working our way here towards that nice even length. So the length of the inhale is the same length as the exhale. And also taking this time here to inhale that positive thought or intention for your practice, and exhale any stresses, frustration, negativity, or worries. As you start to bring that breath into the body, building that warmth, you may feel that it is a little bit more comfortable to move that breath to the mouth. That's fine. Go ahead and let that right ear fall towards that right shoulder. Let that chin come through midline, fold forward. And then bring that left ear to that left shoulder. Coming back to center. Work the opposite way. Now just take that left ear back to the left. Drop that chin through the middle. Right ear to the right. Shrug those shoulders up, really squeeze, and then press the shoulder blades together along the spine. Let them glide down the spine, open that chest up, squeeze the elbows towards the back of the room. Maybe even start to let that head fall back a little bit. And then draw the shoulder blades away from the spine. Really press that clavicle back, hollow that belly out. Let that head fall forward, let that chin drop. Inhale, coming all the way back to center. From here, we're going to take one more nice big breath in. Draw those arms all the way up. Reach those arms. Rotate those pinkies towards each other. Bring that gaze up to those fingers. Big breath in on that exhale. Keep that back flat. Just fold. Reach those arms forward. Start to let that gaze fall forward. Come as far forward as feels comfortable. You can bring those hands to the mat. And then let that head start to drop down. Inhale, lift the gaze. Walk the hands to the right side. Press back into that left hip. Just find some length in that left side body. Inhaling up, across to the left side. Same thing now, opposite side. Press back into that right hip. Find that length in that right side body. Inhale, lifting back up, coming back to center. Go ahead and open the eyes, uncross those legs. Just take those knees around behind you. We'll move into a few rounds of cat and cow. So plant those knees right underneath of those hips. Pull that spine in a nice straight line. Make sure those wrists are right underneath those shoulders. And then externally rotate those hands just a little bit so those first fingers are parallel. That gaze stays right out towards the front of the mat. Your choice here if you like to tuck those toes under or if you want to keep the tops of those feet in the mat. Big breath in, we let that belly and chest fall, lift the gaze, press the tailbone up. On the exhale, pull the chin to the chest, round that upper spine like a Halloween cat, tuck the belly button in towards the spine, tuck that tailbone under. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, round. A few more times here, just on your own breath. Maybe even starting to add a little dip in the elbows, just to deepen that flow. The next time you let that belly fall, lift the gaze. Take that gaze across the right shoulder. Maybe even pull that right hip towards the right shoulder. Inhale through center and exhale the left. Gaze comes across the shoulder. Pull that left hip up towards that left shoulder. Coming all the way back to center. Tuck those toes under if they're not, and send those hips to the sky for that downward facing dog. You can keep those heels lifted. Take plenty of bend in the knees. Start to pedal those knees side to side. Nice strong arms. From here, press that upper body back towards the tops of those thighs. Lift those hips towards the sky. You can keep pedaling or working those heels towards the mat if it feels good. Make sure that head is hanging nice and free between those arms. Pull those shoulders away from the upper, pull those shoulders away from the ears to broaden the upper back. Hollow the belly out. Hips are the highest lifted thing into the air. Take just 2 or 3 breaths here now in a static down dog if you were pedaling those knees. Nice big breath in. On the next exhale, soften the knees and then step or float the feet to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Your choice here if you like those toes together, or you can heel toe those feet a little bit apart. Plenty of bend in the knees, as much as you need to fold from those hips. Keep that spine straight. Let that head fall towards the earth. And then if it feels nice, you can work towards straightening those legs. Maybe just walking those fingertips side to side, or maybe clasping those opposite elbows, finding that gentle sway. If you need to deepen here, you can take those fingers around those big toes, pull that chest forward and down, or those hands behind those ankles, folding in half. Inhale, lift halfway, shins, hands to the shins. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, root to rise. Coming all the way up. Reach up. Maybe even start to add that little gentle back bend here. One more nice big breath in. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Bring those hands to the mat. Step those feet back to that high plank. Roll that weight out over those hands. Hips are dropped in a nice line. If you need to take the knees, find that extended plank first, and then take those knees straight down so that those hips stay in line, that weight stays out over those shoulders. From here, nice big breath in, that chaturanga. So those triceps stay tight to the body, elbows point to the back of the room. Hover, press back up. This time coming all the way down to the belly. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Lift that little baby cobra. Exhale, pressing back through that tabletop or straight to that down dog. Inhale that right heel to the sky. Challenge yourself here to not let that hip open up. Keep that right hip dropped in line with the left. Heel is up, toe is flexed towards the face. Press that upper body back towards the top of that left thigh. Nice big breath in on that exhale. We're gonna come to that high plank, but we're gonna draw that right knee to that right tricep. Maybe even touch it to the tricep if you can. Inhale, heel back to the sky. Keep that hip pulled down in line. Exhale, knee comes under the body, this time towards the left tricep. Inhale, heel to the sky. Last time, knee comes to the nose. We're gonna round that upper spine, tuck that chin under, maybe even touch that knee to the nose if you can. And then inhale that heel back to the sky. One more time on your own breath through that whole sequence. So big breath in, exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, heel to the sky. Exhale to the left tricep. Inhale, heel to the sky. Exhale, straight through center. Knee comes to nose. And inhale that heel to the sky one more time. One more nice big breath in. This time we're just gonna bring that right foot all the way through, stepping it between those hands. Feet are still hip distance apart. Right knee is stacked right above that right ankle. Inhale, lift to crescent. Draw that pelvis in line. Nice engagement in those biceps. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Pull that belly button in towards the spine. And then bend into that front knee. Right knee stacked right over that right ankle. From here, we're going to pulse 5 times. Big breath in. On the exhale, we let that left knee come almost all the way down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last one, 5. Coming all the way back to crescent. Good, nice strong base. From here, we're gonna step that left foot up, coming all the way into a balanced Tadasana. So we're gonna try to flow here. Use the arms and use that momentum to press into that right leg. Step that left foot up on a block bar. That imaginary block, flex those toes back. Nice tall spine. Big breath in, exhale, flow back. Find crescent. Good, continuing here on your own breath now, flowing. Pressing tall, trying not to lose your balance. And then exhale, stepping nice and long. Inhale and exhale. Here's 3, 4. If you need to take that little step in between, feel free. And 5. Coming back to crescent. Good. Nice big breath in. We're just going to transition right from this crescent into warrior 1. So the only thing that's really going to change, that back heel is going to drop down. You may need to adjust the length between those legs, but we want to keep those hips rotated towards the front. Press into those pinky toes, pull those inner thighs back towards each other. From here, we're also going to add that little back bend. So start to reach those arms towards the back of the room. Nice big breath in on the exhale, rotate into warrior 2. So those feet stay right where they're at. Right knee's tracking right out over the middle of that right toe. Left foot is either parallel with the back or about 45-degree angle. Heels are touching. Draw the inner thighs towards each other. Sit into that back body. Find those nice strong arms. Inhale, straighten both legs. Bring the hands together up overhead. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior 2. 3 more. Last one, this time stay here. Rotate those toes towards the long edge of the mat. Pull those heels in, setting up to bring those palms to the heart. That goddess or temple pose. Let those hips drop down nice and low. Knees are tracking up over those toes. Belly button is pulled in. Nice tall spine. Our little bit of movement here is going to be that upper body. So we're going to just release that palm and let that right hand scoop behind us. Back to center. Left hand scoops back to center. So we're moving that upper body on that horizontal plane, using those obliques, and then adding that little scoop with the arm to pick that heart rate up and just add that little bit of intensity. Staying here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten those knees. Turn those toes towards the long edge of the mat with a nice flat back. Fold forward, wide, forward, fold. You can find a little motion here if it feels nice. Maybe side to side, maybe just bending gently into each knee, walking those hands over to each side. Maybe even reaching those fingertips back through, pulling that crown of that head towards the earth. Coming back to center, lift halfway to that flat back. From here, we're gonna bend into that right knee, coming in to that side lunge. So the left toes are gonna rotate towards the sky. If you can, sit all the way back into that right heel. Keep that spine nice and long. Nice big breath in, hands come to the mat. Just walk yourself around to the front, low lunge, and then heel toe that right foot out about 45 degrees to the outside of that right hand. And let that left knee come down to the mat. Nice lizard here. You can stay lifted, or if you want to deepen a little bit, you can bring those forearms all the way down to the mat. Pressing in to that right. Inhale, lifting back up onto those hands. Tuck the left toe, lift the left knee, and float that left leg to match the right. So both heels are in, toes are out. We're gonna let those hips drop down to that Malasana Yogi squat. So knees track over those toes, nice external rotation in those hips. Lift the chest, drop the tailbone, crown of the head pulls towards the sky as if you have that imaginary chain. The last little bit here of that cardio part on this side is going to be that reverse Malasana burpee. So lots of options here. You can just stay right here if this feels good for you. You can maybe just add a little pulse here if that's enough. If you want to pick up the intensity, we're going to add that reverse burpee. So we're going to release for that roll. We're going to come back to Malasana. Step 2 is going to be just to rise and come back into Malasana for that next roll. Step 3 is going to be to add that jump squat in Malasana if you really want to pick up that intensity. Remember, you can take this as fast or slow as you like. You can modify with just the regular squat, or you can just hang out in Malasana here. Whatever feels best for you. Staying here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to Malasana. Nice big breath in. Exhale those hands to the mat. Step or jump those feet back. High plank. Take that chaturanga. Come all the way down to the belly. Press into that cobra. Tuck the toes under. Lift the hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Same thing the other side. Inhale that left heel up. Remember to keep that left hip dropped in line with the right. Heel up, toe flex towards the nose. Nice big breath in on the exhale. The left knee comes to the left tricep. Inhale, heel to the sky. This time that knee comes under the body to the right tricep. Inhale, heel to the sky. Last time, knee to the nose. Pull the chin in, round that upper spine. Inhale, heel to the sky. One more time on your own breath. Left knee to left tricep. Inhale to sky. Left knee to right tricep under that body. Inhale, heel to the sky. And knee to nose. Inhale, heel to the sky. One more nice big breath in. Exhale, roll that weight out over the hands. Step that left foot all the way through. All 10 toes face the front of the mat. Right heel is lifted. Inhale, rise to that crescent lunge. Press that right hamstring up towards the sky. Drop those hips in line. 5 pulses. Big breath in. Exhale, right knee almost all the way down. And rise. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back to crescent. Flowing now into that balance. So drive that knee up. Plant that foot on that imaginary block. Find that balance. Step nice and long. There's 1, 2, 3. Probably find that your balance is better on one side than the other. That's why we practice both sides. Last one. Coming back to crescent. One more big breath in, drop that right heel down. Make those adjustments as needed. Rotate that hip back towards the front. Warrior one. Press into the outer pinky toes. Pull the inner thighs together. Pull the belly button together. Drop those shoulders away from the ears. Start to reach towards the back. Nice big breath in. Exhale, rotate, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the legs. Draw the hands together up overhead. Bring the gaze up if you can. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale to warrior two. Continue here. 3, 4, and 5. Stay here this time. Turn those left toes and then draw those heels in. Press the palms to the heart. Let the hips come down. Knees track out over the toes. Finding that temple squat. Adding that movement here now. We swoop as we slide that rib cage on top of that core, side to side. Staying here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten those knees, turn those toes towards that long edge of your mat. Nice flat back. Fold all the way forward. Find whatever movement here feels good. To loosen up. Again, you can walk side to side. Maybe grab those ankles or those toes, or walk those fingertips behind you. Fold that body forward. One more nice big breath in. We're just going to bend into that left leg, coming into that side lunge, so the right heel rotates, right toes come up towards the sky, hips come down nice and low. Bring that inner body to the inside of that left leg if you can. Lift the chest, nice flat back. One more nice big breath in. Exhale those hands to the mat. Just rotate around to that front lunge, and then heel toe that left foot out. Let that right knee come down to the mat. Really sink into those hips in that lizard. If you want to deepen, take those forearms all the way down to the mat. Inhale, lifting back up. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. One more big breath in. Exhale, float that right foot to match the left. Let those hips drop down. Find that Malasana. Good. Keep breathing. Adding that intensity, that cardio element with that reverse burpee. Taking this as intense or not, as you like. Staying here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to that Malasana. Good. This time we're just going to let those hips come back down onto the mat. Come to seated. Lift those seat bones. Find that nice tall spine. Legs reach out straight in front of you. Taking that seated forward fold. So reaching, keeping that back nice and flat, pressing that chest forward before it comes down. If you can reach those toes, you can take those peace fingers around those toes, or those hands around the soles of the feet. Pull that chest forward and down. Inhale, lifting up. Go ahead and cross that right leg over the left. Plant that foot all the way down on the mat if you can. And then give that right leg a hug with that left arm. Twist that chest towards that inner thigh. Right hand comes down behind you. If you can put that hand on the mat, do. Otherwise, just those fingertips. Keep that spine nice and tall. To deepen here, take that left arm all the way over, press the tricep into the outer edge, and then exhale that gaze across the back shoulder. Nice big breath in, exhale back to center. This time draw the soles of those feet together. Pull those heels in towards the body. Let those knees fall out wide. Start to fold forward as far as feels comfortable. You may not need to go very far to get that nice deep stretch on those inner thighs. Or you can use those elbows to help hold them open as you press that chest forward and down. Inhale, lifting up. Straighten that right leg out. Take that left leg up and over. Plant that foot. Hug that left leg with that right arm. Twisting. Bring that left hand down behind you, either flat on the mat or up on those fingertips. And then bring that gaze across the back shoulder. Once again, to deepen, right arm comes all the way up and over. Press that tricep into the outer edge of that left thigh. Big breath in, exhale, back through center, just unwinding. From here, just a little bit of core work with some variations on Navasana or boat. So first one we're gonna do is pull those heels in towards the body, bend those knees, take those peace fingers around those big toes. You're gonna lean that upper body back and find that nice balance point. Now from here, you can just stay, or I'm gonna challenge you to start straightening those legs out in front of you. Keep that core pulled in nice and tight. This is a core workout. This is a quad hamstring workout. This is a balance workout. If you like, you can also start to let those feet come apart. Find that wider legged variation. Lift the chest. Bend the knees, plant the feet. Good. This time, we'll just take that more traditional Navasana boat. Lean that upper body back. Option for your hands here can be to the mat. You can take them to the thighs, or just keep them out to the side. We're gonna draw those shins up parallel to the mat as we lean that upper body back. Once again, take whatever level here feels best for you. If you need to keep those heels down, and just press that chest forward and up as you lean back, engage that core. Or you can straighten those legs, add that intensity with the arms by going side to side or just up and down. Staying here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing it forward. Go ahead and plant those feet. Just roll one vertebrae at a time all the way down onto that spine. Take those knees just gently side to side a few times. The next time they come to that left side, let them fall all the way over. And then bring that right ear and that right shoulder back to the mat the other way for that supine twist. Coming back to center, knees come side to side one more time. This time bringing those knees across all the way to that right side. Left ear, left shoulder come back the other way. Exhale back through center. Go ahead and just roll yourself up to seated. We're gonna work our way through a little breathing exercise here before we take that final meditation. Sorry, I'm gonna just change the music quick. Something not quite as upbeat to finish off. So find just whatever variation of that comfortable seated pose feels best for you. We're gonna take several rounds of Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. This is my favorite breathing exercise to use anytime I just need a few moments or to calm down or to release some stress. It's just a great way to really clear your mind and make yourself focus on something and release kind of all of that other stuff that's going on. So we're gonna find that nice, tall, comfortable seated position. We're gonna be using that right hand thumb and ring finger. We're gonna use that thumb to block the airflow of that right nostril. I don't want you to pinch the nostril off. I just want you to gently place it right underneath the nostril to block that flow. From here, we're gonna take a big breath in through that left nostril. Pause at the top and just switch, moving that ring finger under the left nostril. Exhale through the right. From here, inhale through the right. Pause, switch that thumb underneath the right nostril and exhale through the left. Keep going. Go ahead and releasing back to that normal breath. We have a nice 5-minute final meditation. You can choose to just stay seated. If you like, you can recline back into whatever variation of that Shavasana feels best for you. Just focus on complete relaxation, letting all of those muscles of the face relax, letting that tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. If you notice any points of tension, go ahead and spend a few moments here. Maybe just a few last minute stretches. need more time, you're welcome to pause the video, take a few more moments, and then come back to finish with us. If you are ready, you can roll to one side, take a few moments, press yourself back up to seated. Do 3 nice deep cleansing breaths together. Inhale those arms all the way up, press the palms together. Exhale those hands to the heart. 2 more. A reminder to go easy on yourself. Control the things you can control right now. Take a few moments for yourself every day. Thank you for practicing with us. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.